Hey YouTube, I hope that everyone is doing good today. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about coronavirus, and I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and also talking about prevention. So for the first thing, I want to say that basically there's a lot of fear mongering happening. There's a lot of misinformation that is being spread, and not a lot of people are talking about how to elevate from coronavirus. So I'm going to give you guys some quick tips. So starting off, coronavirus, SARS-CoV-19, where did it originate in? It originated in Wuhan, China. And one thing that I want to point out is that the coronavirus is not something that is new. This strain of coronavirus is new, but coronavirus has been around for a long time. If you look on the back of old Lysol bottles, you actually see a label that says coronavirus. So I do want to say that for anyone that may have coronavirus, symptoms do not show for at least 14 to 27 days. And once symptoms do show up, 50% of fibrosis has occurred in your lungs at that point in time. So you want to make sure that you can test yourself at home before you go to even see, like, do I have coronavirus or not? And one of the easiest ways to test this is to actually hold your breath for a total of 10 seconds, right? If you can hold your breath for 10 seconds successfully, you're okay. You don't have coronavirus. If you cannot hold your breath for 10 seconds, if you have pain, if you have uneasiness, if you feel like, okay, I need to let this breath loose, then you may have coronavirus. You may need to go to the doctor or the hospital to get checked out. Now, one of the cool things too is that coronavirus is a respiratory virus, right? And one of the things that you need to know is that, okay, because it is a respiratory virus, it's going to go through the lungs, it's going to go through the nasal passageway or even through the mouth. So you need to make sure that you're drinking water at least every 15 minutes. Fluids are so crucial and key. Why is this? Because due to the fact that coronavirus is a respiratory virus, as you're drinking water, water is going to push down anything, whether it be bacteria, germs, it's going to push it down into your stomach, and then the stomach acid is going to be able to neutralize and then eat up that bacteria. So if you're not drinking water and it's sitting in your mouth, that bacteria is going to go down to your lungs or go down your your passageway, and it's going to go into that area, and it's not going to be washed down because there are not any liquids coming through. So on top of that, you want to also make sure that in terms of prevention, you're washing your hands, right? And I would say use hot soapy water over hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is good. There's nothing wrong with it, but soap and water is a lot more good. You can actually wash your hands for about 40 seconds, get under everything, and it's a lot more effective. I feel like hand sanitizer is something that's really quick. It's a grab and go method. If you aren't able to wash your hands at that time in that moment, definitely hand sanitizer, but I would say that washing your hands with hot, warm, soapy water is a lot more powerful, right? Another thing for prevention is don't shake hands, right? You don't know what's on other people's hands. You don't want that contact. So what I do is I either like do a head nod or I do like a elbow bump. Not even a fist bump anymore. I used to do this, but you get an elbow bump because I don't want any contact on the hands, right? All love and everything. Some people may look at you like you're weird, but it's just like at these times, you just can't risk it, right? And another thing that I want to talk about is we're talking about cleansing so much. People really need to make sure that your immune system is up. And this goes back to the fact that it is a respiratory disorder. And you shouldn't just wait until coronavirus. You should make sure that your immune system is up to par at all times, right? And what can you do to achieve a healthy immune system? So one of the biggest things is garlic, right? You want to make sure that you're eating a lot of foods that have garlic in them. Garlic is extremely powerful. It's an antiviral, it's an antimicrobial. Garlic makes sure that anything that's in your system, like parasites that doesn't need to be in there, it's killed, and garlic also strengthens the lungs, right? Another thing is apples. There's that old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apples are extremely powerful, and a lot of people sleep on them. Make sure that you're eating at least one apple a day, and as you're doing that, you're gonna feel that your breathing is always smooth. You're always able to take in deep breaths. And apples are really good too because not only do they cleanse the lungs, but they're also really good for the heart, and they also strengthen your immune system. The next thing is looking at teas, right? Green tea is extremely powerful as well. It has a lot of antioxidants, and it also really is good for the lining of your lungs. It strengthens them, and it also washes out anything that's not supposed to be in there. Peppermint tea, right? Peppermint tea is an expectorant. So what that means is that peppermint tea is able to pull anything out of your lungs that's not supposed to be in there. So if you have congestion, peppermint tea will pull that out down through the lungs. It'll also cleanse your passageways, and it's really, 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 really good for killing germs. Another thing is ginger tea. Ginger is powerful in itself. It's really good for people that have respiratory disorders and also asthma. And I will also say oranges. Oranges are extremely powerful. They are a vitamin C rich food. They are considered a citric fruit, and these are good for pulling things out of your lungs. It's also good for your digestion, overall immunity, strengthening your immune system, and also making sure that anything that comes your way, hey, you're not going to get it, because vitamin C is extremely powerful. Oranges are high in vitamin C. All right, so this is prevention, and I would like to talk about some tips also in terms of survival. A lot of people are just going crazy in the store. Like, it's mind-blowing, because I feel like there's only so much that you need. It's important to stock up and make sure that you're set, but one person should not be buying 10 packs of toilet paper. That is insane. I went in the store yesterday and I'm just amazed. I'm like, wow, I purchased what I needed for the week, maybe a little bit extra, but some people were just going berserk. And I'm just like, wow, watching the media, seeing these different things with all the fear that's being spread, people are feeling the need to stock up, which is good, but to a certain extent. Stock up once and don't keep coming back. Some people are stocking up every single day, spending thousands upon thousands of dollars at the store every day. To me, that is extremely unnecessary. Get what you need, make sure you're set, but make sure that there's also a lot left for other people, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get into these tips. Number one, if you don't have water bottles or if you don't have water on hand, boil water, right? If you're not comfortable with drinking that tap water from the sink, get a teapot, boil that water. That water is boiled, it's been distilled, cleansed, everything in that water should be okay to drink, right? Number two, a Brita filter. This is extremely key. If you have a Brita filter, you can fill that up with the tap water. That water will be cleansed and purified as well. I used to use a Brita filter a lot when I was doing farm stays in different countries, right? Another thing is, when thinking about survival foods, you want to make sure that you have things that can last a long time and things that are extremely filling. So things such as potatoes, rice, beans, bananas. If you have things like flour and yeast that you can make bread. There's so many different survival hacks and tips, and these are just a few of them. And I want to also say that a lot of people are being quarantined, they're being kept inside. You want to make sure that you're getting as much social interaction as possible, whether it be calling your family, talking to people that you live with, your neighbors, texting a friend, anything that you can do, because I feel like we're humans, we're social beings, we need interaction. It's only healthy. So if you're quarantined and you're inside and you're not getting that much human interaction, that's not good. You need to make sure that you're interacting as much as possible. It's healthy for your mind, body, spirit, and soul. Number two, you want to make sure that you are staying aware, but that you're not letting the fear consume you. And a lot of things that people forget about too is when they're thinking about staying healthy and immunity is the fact that stress lowers your immune system. If you're getting extremely stressed out, if you're getting scared and you keep watching the news, turn it off. It's going to be there. The knowledge is going to keep coming in, the information, whatever you want to call it, but you need to make sure that you're also living your life, focusing on other things, because you don't want to be consumed by this. You want to continue to elevate and continue to do you, right? And I would also like to say that keep researching. Know about this. A lot of people, they really don't know what is happening. They don't know exactly what this is. They don't know how they can fight this. They don't know how they can rise above it. You want to elevate, rise above. Research it. Find out some more things. I gave you guys a lot of tips, but at the same time, take this knowledge and then do the research on your own. When I first found out about it, I'm like, let me do some research, let me see what it's all about. And of course, with research, you get to see the overall bigger picture, okay? You guys will all be okay. You'll be good. Please like and subscribe. Drop your comments down below. Let me know if you have any other tips as well. And I would like to make a disclaimer before I end this video. And I would like to say that if you suspect that you do have the coronavirus, please see a doctor or a medical professional. Thank you.